Welcome back to the deep dive. So we're tackling a really interesting one today. We're looking at what you might call a secret weapon in audio. The trick to getting that bass that you don't just hear, but you feel. The kind that can literally rattle foundations. And our source material for this is all centered on one specific piece of gear, the DBX510 Subharmonic Synthesizer.
Right, and our mission here is to get past just turning up a knob-labeled bass. We're going to unpack the actual technology, this unique synthesis process, and figure out why professionals use this for everything from, say, nightclubs to major film scores.
Okay, so let's jump right into the core concept. Most people, when they want more bass, they reach for the EQ, right? They boost what's already there.
Simple amplification.
Exactly. But this thing, the 510, it does something totally different. It synthesizes new frequencies. So my first question is, how does that not just create a huge muddy mess? I mean, you're literally inventing sound from nothing.
And that's really the genius of it. It's this proprietary DBX process they've been working on for decades. It's not just adding noise. It generates a totally new, what they call a waveform modeled bass note.
Waveform modeled. Okay.
Yeah, it's mathematically perfect. It's designed to sit precisely one full octave below the bass that's already in the track. So think of it like this. Boosting the EQ is just, slathering more paint on a wall.
Right.
This is like building a whole new foundation underneath the house.
Okay, so that precision has to be everything. We're talking about frequencies that are, almost subsonic. What are the actual numbers here? Like, what is it listening for, and what is it creating?
It's incredibly specific. You could almost call it surgical. It's looking at two separate bands of audio. So it listens for bass content between 54 and 110 hertz.
Okay, so the main body of a kick drum or a bass guitar?
Exactly that range.
Yeah.
And from that, it generates brand new frequencies way down in the 26 to 56 hertz range.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the stuff you feel in your chest.
Yeah.
That's the actual rumble.
So if you're literally manufacturing that much sound pressure, control becomes, absolutely critical. How does an audio engineer dial this in without, blowing up a speaker system?
Well, the interface is designed to be really intuitive, not overwhelming. You get individual controls for those two subharmonic bands, plus these little LEDs, level indicators, so you can see exactly how much you're adding.
You're not flying blind.
Not at all. And crucially, there's a synthesis bypass switch. You have to be able to instantly A/B it to compare the before and after to make sure it's actually sounding musical.
And the sources really highlight that this engineering prevents the new low end from interfering with the mid and high frequencies.
Yes, and that non-interference is the whole point. It keeps everything sounding musical and distinct. And to push it even further, it also has an independent low-frequency boost circuit.
So that's different from the synthesis part.
It is. It's a more traditional EQ boost, but it's specifically designed to get the most out of those really high-performance, low-frequency speaker systems, the big subs you find in theaters and clubs.
Which explains its professional use. I can immediately see why you'd need this for film sound, like an explosion or a spaceship landing. You need that physical weight.
Precisely. Or think about a DJ in a nightclub.
Yeah.
You need that kick drum to hit people in the chest, but you can't have it drown out the vocals or the synths.
Right.
The 510 gives you that controlled depth. It's used everywhere, from broadcasting to music recording. Any place where dynamic range, and this thing has over 120 dBs of it, is paramount.
So if we bring this all together, the big takeaway for you, the listener, seems to be that this kind of deep foundation-shaking bass, it isn't about brute force. It's not about just cranking a knob to 11.
Not at all. It's about precision.
Yeah.
It's about, intelligent and mathematical synthesis.
Right. The DBX510 is generating something new, something very controlled, to create an experience that's as much physical as it is auditory.
And that leaves you with, I think, a pretty interesting final thought to mull over. Consider this. When you shift sound from being something you just hear with your ears to something your whole body actually feels, how does that change your emotional connection to it? To a piece of music or a scene in a film? Does it become a more, a more profound experience? Something for you to think about until our next deep dive.